Oh, look at you. Look, you're looking so good. You got a nice cut. You're looking clean.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. Good to be back.
It's good to be back. We took a week off last week. We had a hiatus. We were editing audio clips, also known as Ryan was on the road. And we're trying to plan it out. We got a few good guests coming up. We've scheduled out some really good stuff. I'm really excited about the future of this podcast. Ryan, how are you? Are you excited about it?
I'm doing great. I am excited about this podcast. I'll go ahead and reiterate what it is. Welcome to Set to Destroy. We, of course, are Ryan Trickey and Stephen Taylor, technically comedians. We invite on guests, friends, funny people. We watch old stand-up clips or clips of them bombing, not good clips, and we all laugh and make fun of it. It's mean-spirited, good-natured, good time. And thank you for joining us. Of course, we're joined by our producer, Colby Cusick, the man behind the soundboard, the man that makes it all happen. And Stephen and I are talentless. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Stephen, I'm doing okay. Busy, just moved to the new apartment in Denver. Things are cool. I got a balcony. I can look over it. It's fun. Things are fine. How are you?
Good. I hate when things are going well for you. Things are crazy over here. I feel like I'm catching a little bit of lag, but that's all right. I had an interesting show in Quincy, Illinois last night. Very interesting show in Quincy, Illinois, in which a white patron of the bar yelled out a racial slur.
I could have. Yeah, it's the story is never a white patron yelled out, "You guys are doing great." It's always white patrons are known for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's no good.
It was an interesting show. All in all, I had a really good time. It was a fun show. After that, it at least made it interesting. It was like having that other guy got his car stolen while he was on stage at the open mic, right. Which was amazing. And so it's been a big couple of weeks for comedy for me. It's been a lot of wild experience. It's been nice. Comedy. We edited.
Exactly.
We edited.
We're keeping it. Yeah. Well, I think that's probably in honor of our guest this evening.
Our wonderful guest this evening.
Easily top 30 clean comedians that I know. Stephen, why don't you go ahead and introduce him?
He is one of the best TikTokers that I've seen do stand-up comedy. He is endorsed by brands, world-renowned brands. He's an influencer. He's a really good friend of mine, which is something I have to say, unfortunately. Ryan, I think he's a good friend of yours. He's helped both of us out. We've done a lot of really fun shows together, and we've bombed together, and we've made a lot of good memories, and I think this is going to be one of them. Kansas City and whoever else is around, why don't we bring in the man of the hour? Give it up for Jaron Myers, everybody. Yes.
Yes. Top 30, baby.
Yes, Jaron Myers. Jaron Myers. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Funniest guy I know off stage. How are you doing, buddy?
There you go. I'm okay. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
dude,
man,
we are excited about this. You also, Ryan left out Amazon Prime. You've got a special on there. You've got a special where you went on a blind date, which was not with me, and I'm upset about that. That could have been great for my career.
All right. There's still time.
You went with Reagan. Are y'all still together? Is everything good? I haven't seen you in a while. I meant to ask you about this.
What a great question to ask him on the air during the show.
I haven't had a lot of time.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad
Stephen is the worst.
Is everything
bro, I just break down. I was like, I didn't know you guys were going to be this hurtful. I didn't know it was going to.
First question.
No.
This is a
gotcha. No, things are still good. Things are going well. I don't know how far back I need to sit to fit in this little square thing, but I'm trying.
Look at this operation. There are no rules.
I know. Yeah. He
Colby, go closer. Colby, go closer.
Colby's very good.
Go closer. Enhance. Colby, enhance.
Colby, I only want to see his face like this. That's already how I view Jaron. Like whenever I see him out in public, like I just look and it's just like
it's just like my face.
Yeah, it's like that Marvel villain MODOK, which is a reference nobody cares about, but yeah. It's a show on Hulu starring Patton Oswalt.
Things are okay with Reagan. Thanks for asking.
That's nice to know. I'm really happy. You were one of our original guests on here. You were one of the original Set to Destroy guests. You were in like our top, I think you were like the second or third episode. And that was one of the longer episodes that we've done because I think we all just had like a heck of a time going through it. And we watched your DVD special, but the problem was we didn't have video.
I had to give you like a physical DVD. I didn't have a lot that you could like watch on the internet. I had to be like, here's my physical DVD.
We still have it. It might be in one of these drawers.
I think it's at the barrel. I think it's outside of the studio. It's on the dresser that's right there by the door.
I keep it close by. I will occasionally just like offer up little sacraments to it. Whenever I'm trying to get my follower count, I'll go up and drop a little rose on the DVD.
I keep a miniature version in my breast pocket just so I'm always close to it. Right next
what, you like a Mormon? You got a little bless your heart DVD? They're just like, hey, do you want to see a hacky Christian comedian? Because this is.
I don't know if you heard, I just moved to a new apartment building and I spent the day going door to door to my neighbors, reading the good word of Jaron Myers.
Just reading the back of the
6 years.
DVD.
Yeah.
Jaron Myers, absolutely hilarious, clean Christian comedy. Fun for the whole family. I don't know what the back of it says.
I remember
it says
all of them.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one still was the grandmother who said, I haven't laughed in years. I haven't laughed in years.
Hey, those are real quotes.
That's not what it said. That's not what it said. It said, my grandmother laughed so hard, ... she never laughs.
She never laughs.
That was the seriousness of the quote. Yeah. You made a grandmother laugh who never laughs. That's pretty good.
That's my channel. That's my target audience.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that we had video back then. I wish that we had Colby's abilities back then. Colby has changed the game
in the world.
Dude, the DVD, one day we'll get back to it. Maybe we'll just do that just us. We'll just send you the clip later of us rewatching.
I see you some clips from it. I see you some things from the DVD.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Good to revisit.
There is nothing I would have liked.
I like Steven grabbing the part of his mustache just now that exists instead of pretending.
Just that little corner.
No, can I tell you?
Like some people, it looks like their mustache starts and goes down. Steven's beard is going up into his nose.
That's what it is. It doesn't grow down into it.
My beard's it's like a little vine. It's like kudzu for my face. Yeah. It's just taking over my face slowly.
Yeah, your face is
like you're on that show where you're on that show where they just left the Amish community. And so you're finally letting that mustache grow.
What is it called when they go wrong?
Is it called leaving? Rumspringa. You know when you're on Rumspringa, dude, and you're like letting your mustache grow out.
Dude, can I tell y'all a secret just between us?
Yep.
So in college, my nickname was Catfish. Because I could only grow these little whiskers right here. And it's a shameful thing that I still have. And
I believe that.
I have to deal with it. My thought is that my body, I've said this before, but I think my body is scared because I sound like this, that it won't let a mustache grow right here. It doesn't it thinks this is dangerous.
I actually heard that your nickname was Fat Catfish.
But I was the only one called Catfish.
It's formerly Fat Catfish. I'm a former.
There you go.
Yeah. I thought your nickname was Catfish.
That went to the school.
I thought your nickname was Catfish because whenever you show up anywhere, you're always worse than people thought you'd be.
Like we got personality catfished.
Yeah. Steven Taylor catfishes people with his personality. He looks like he belongs in seminary school.
I told you, you and I, we need to flop. We have to flop. I think that I sound like Jaron looks, and I think Jaron has every bit of personality that this face warrants.
Yeah.
You guys could do like a Freaky Friday or a what's it called when the two twins, a Parent Trap kind of situation.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like all the gigs I have booked?
Huh?
And I'll stay home.
Please let me do all of your gigs that you have booked. And then I tell you what, you can do all of mine. I don't have that many.
Which is none.
I don't have that many. I've got a few. I got a little tour. You're going on tour with Aaron Naylor this summer. You and Aaron Naylor. Yeah, you and Aaron Naylor are going on tour, and I'll be in.
I don't know if I would consider like the Rhino and Mockingbird a tour, but hey, good on you.
It's the
Mockingbird is technically in Kansas, and the Rhino is technically in Missouri.
It's a multi-state tour.
Yeah,
you can do a multi-state tour in a 40-mile radius. It's wonderful.
We're gonna hit up Unionville. We're gonna do it all. What's up, Jaron, Michael, Anthony, Noel? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I am excited to watch this too. Jaron, I am excited to watch this because you have my favorite bomb story that I got to contribute to. You have
your favorite what?
Bomb story that I got to contribute to.
I'd love to hear it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, that was rough. God.
Oh, that was a moment. We became friends after that. Like good friends after that.
Yeah. Oh, we became friends after the end of the show. We were not friends in the middle of that show.
No, we were not. It was at the end. We were friends. When we made it
through. We got to open for, what are their names? Randy and Mr. Leahy?
For the Trailer Park Boys.
Am I telling the story or are you telling the story?
Dude, I want to hear your take on it because I've told it 1,000 times because it makes me laugh.
So essentially, there's a music promoter in Springfield who is breaking into comedy stuff. So he got me on all those Creed Bratton shows I did, and then he brought in Randy and Mr. Leahy. But he only booked like music venues. They weren't like comedy venues. So this was over at Aftershock.
Standing room only, no seats.
Yeah, there's no seats. It's just a mob of people just standing. Like they're getting ready to watch a concert, you know? And so Randy and Mr. Leahy, they sell, 150 tickets, 200. It was full, tickets. You know? And so Steven goes out and just kind of like makes it through or whatever. Like they kind of liked him.
No.
That would be,
you remember crushing?
If Steven had a DVD, that would be the blurb on the back of his DVD. Yeah, he went out and he just kind of made it through.
Did you crush?
Dude, so there was that first host that went up and she was like, she had never done comedy before. And she goes, her punchline is, she's like, and all of y'all can taste the rainbow. And then she reaches into her pants.
She threw Skittles
and throws them into the crowd. Dude, and the crowd is loving it. The crowd is like,
they loved it. They were like,
dude,
I know. That's a terrible sign. If that kills and I have to follow it, I'm like, oh no. Unless you already happen to have candy in your pants.
I sound like, dude, that's the thing. She kept him in there the whole time. It was like, what are you?
Right.
Yeah, they had to be in there when she walked up.
Did you have a special pocket? Pocket?
Like some people, like before they go on stage, they like look at their notebook. She has like $1 she's trying to feed into a vending machine. Like, come on, motherfucker. Dude, that's so repulsive.
So she did that, and then she crushed, and then Steven goes up afterward, which there's no host. So you're just introducing each in a person.
Oh, yeah.
So then Steven goes up, and I don't remember if you did well or not.
I did pretty good.
Okay.
The Trailer Park Boys was kind of my crowd.
That's true. That's a very Southern, you got the accent, like they're in for it. So then at the end of his set,
I'm sorry. That is the second blurb on the back of Steven's DVD. Jaron just summed up Steven's comedy perfectly in like 5 words. He's got the accent. They're there for it.
They're there for it.
I'm sorry.
He made it through. He's got the accent. They're there for it. So you can quote me on that. Put my name on your DVD. Don't put any other. There's no endorsement. It's just me that I've said these things. So then at the end of his set, he goes, all right, are y'all ready for Randy and Mr. Leahy? And they're like,
oh no.
And then he goes, well, you're going to have to wait. Because you're gonna have to wait for my buddy Jaron Myers. And then
Steven, you did that?
He straight up was. I was
Dude,
like,
that is the most fucked thing I've ever heard. That is amazing.
Like, Steven, had you never hosted before?
Oh no, I did that 100% on purpose. That was like a million%. Dude, I was having the time of my life at the show, and I remember like finishing and it was going well, and just being like, "Are you ready for the Trailer Park Boys?" And they're just like,
"That we were having a great time."
Amazing.
Like, dude, bring him up.
Dude,
and then
God,
dude. So I had learned.
But
you bombed.
I did my time.
You did your time, and the other thing was, somebody told me early on in comedy, I don't remember who it was, that like, hey, when you're doing a set, it doesn't matter how it's going, whatever, like get out on the loudest laugh or the loudest boo if you can. Like one or the other, like let them be emotional, let them like take something away from your set. And I remember you bombing and me getting immense amounts of joy. This may have been like the reason I started wanting to do this podcast is this moment. I was having the time of my life. And
I'm glad I inspired something.
You were bombing so hard, and then you started just making fun of them. Like
I went hard.
Kansas.
Jaron, what did you do? You remember some of the things you said?
I was like, y'all are at a venue in Kansas. I said, outside of this place, I don't remember. That part of town is super sketch. I was just like, I've got to get off this stage because I think my car is going to get broken into. Like, I started like really leaning in.
You did the first thing you said is you were like, "Oh, KU's trash," and they were like, "What? What did you say?" And then you were like, "And Mizzou is actually pretty also trash." Like you were just like,
I just started really
on all.
I was
you
just,
like
at that point, I was just like, yeah. But here's the thing about those shows is that they're there for Randy and Mr. Leahy, so there's no way that my setup could ruin the show. Because then those guys, they just go out there and they just do quotes from the show. You know, like there's no momentum. They don't need, there's no set. They didn't write jokes. You know?
Right. Can you tell me more about the moment that Steven introduced you and then you walked out on stage and what like the vibe in the room was like and like how you tried to, because I assume you still tried, at least initially, to have a good set.
Have you ever been at a 6-year-old's birthday party and they're like, "We got Spider-Man," and then it's like your friend's dad in a red and blue t-shirt, doesn't even try to dress up like Spider-Man, very bad, right?
Yeah.
It just, you guys are like, Spider-Man's here, and then like, freaking Parker walks in with this messed up t-shirt and he's just like,
he's got silly string visibly in his hands.
Yep. I was up there for 15 minutes just and
good for you for doing your time. That the funniest thing about that to me, the funniest detail to that story to me is that Steven had a good set, which means like they were having fun. Everything was going great, and then he just decided for no reason to ruin the show. Like, fuck you.
If
the meanest.
If he had passed it off, it would have gone well. It would have gone,
of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
Wow.
So thanks, buddy.
Oh my God, it still brings me so much joy. I've got to like it. Honestly, I think about it a lot. I tell that story quite a bit. It really is. It's one of those, like, it was a moment where I was like, and after the show, I remember we watched them do well, but because they were doing well by just doing like the act, the show, they weren't doing jokes. They were just like quoted. It felt more like karaoke than it did like a show. And so when we watched them like do really well, I think we both were like, this really wasn't that high of stakes. Like
it was like, oh man. And then I was like, wow, can we go on the rest of the tour with them? Because we could really we could have more fun figuring out how to bomb the hardest.
Oh my God. We could have achieved so much together on that little tour. We'd have to bring the host with us too, the one with the Skittles. That's a solid.
I don't even remember who it was. I straight up don't even remember.
I bet I could find it on Facebook, but I'm not going to. I don't know. Have you had
local? Not that it matters. Do you think it was like a local Springfield comedian then?
I think no. This is in Kansas City.
Like,
this is in
this is
over in like Marion. Yeah, this is like some venue over
that's what
there.
I'm saying. Is like that guy's a music promoter, so I think he like was just searching for people in Kansas City who would do comedy. He knew me, and I was like, oh, I'll bring my buddy Steven. Steven will do great because they have the same accent. And
it's Trailer Park Boys, right? You said Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, I got
that was it. That was all I knew. I was like, I hadn't even seen a lot of Steven's material yet. I was just like, I think this is his crowd.
And it was.
And so, yeah. Anyway, it was. Thanks for that, buddy.
That's incredible.
It makes
me the worst thing I've ever heard. That's
yeah,
so mean.
It's not good. I wish I could say I wasn't proud of it.
If I had done that to you, I'd be really happy. So like, I get it.
That's it. Yeah. That's like, if Jaron and I had like ended that night and been like, yo, we're never talking again. I can't believe you did this. I'd be like, man, I really hate that moment.
Yeah. But I mean, like there are a certain type of comedian who would do that over that, but I don't think any of us are.
No, but also I love the pain. The pain is so much fun for me. And my favorite moments in comedy are still like D.L. Hughley not showing up to the show and me having to host it.
That's really where this show came from. It's a celebration of pain because those are the best stories. Have you ever heard a comic try to tell you a story of a time they did well? It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I tell people a lot that I crush. I crush all the time. So. Except for I went back to Melbourne, Stephen. I went back to that. Melbourne's a small town. It's like 400 people. There is one restaurant in a 20-mile radius, and they've decided they're doing comedy shows. So the first time they brought us in, I brought Stephen, and it was a Saturday night show, 2 shows, both sold out, and went really well, I thought. Stephen had a harder time, and it was only because they were still eating. I think they were eating during the set,
And I thought, when you go with Jaron, you're like, do I need to be clean? Like, who are they booking here? What do I like? And so I'm trying to comedy, and like I'm trying to be clean. And then on the second show, the guy was like, just do whatever you want. And I was like, oh, great.
Yeah. Second show went a lot better because
dude. That show is so wild. At one point, Jaron's doing a joke about a store, and he's like, yo. You can't. I saw a fight break out in Target, and he's like, "You can't do that. That's Walmart behavior. You can't do that at a Target." And 2 guys were like high five, and the owner walks up to me and goes, "You see that guy? Beat somebody's ass outside of Walmart last week."
They came up after the show, and they were like, "We were all hollering because he just got in a fight at Walmart last week." It was like, okay. So anyway. I went back. They booked me again. I went back 2 shows, not sold out. Thursday night. It was a Thursday night. And Thursday night crowd, very different.
Can I just say one more quick thing? 2 shows, semicolon, not sold out, the name of Steven Taylor's DVD. Please continue.
Not sold out.
It's just me in a semi-empty room.
Man.
I apologize, please.
Well, so anyway, yeah, I bombed those 2 shows. It was very rough to get through those.
Who'd you bring with you?
Anyway, I didn't bring anybody. I just went. I was like, this will be all right.
You just walked on stage and were like, I'm here for the comedy.
Yeah,
I am also the comedy.
I might have a small version of a Jaron Myers bomb story, but it was more like a we all bombed story. It was like 4 years ago, Jaron. You, me, and Jack Merriwell did like this tiny little bar out in godforsaken Missouri.
Very similar. This place was very similar. Yeah,
it's the kind of bar where there's like ducks everywhere. Like it was just bad, and like and we get there and we mallards.
I brought a girl while I was dating at the time, and I think she didn't even outwardly laugh. Do you remember that?
I don't remember you bringing a girl with you, but that's a wonderful detail. I remember getting there and them being like, and there not being a microphone or a PA. So like somebody's buddy, whatever, Troy had to go down to the boat and get a microphone or something. Like it was we had to wait. It started late. And like Jack goes up and he doesn't do very well. And I go up and I don't do very well. I remember at the time I had like a pro a pro Brokeback Mountain bit, and they like, I got booed by one woman, like it was just a really gnarly situation. And then
There's nobody in the bar.
Yeah. And Jaron went up, and Jaron, you really struggled for about 5 minutes. You were bombing for about 5 minutes. And then you pulled out your guitar and you played some songs, and they loved it. It turned the whole show around. They had so much fun, loved your songs. You were doing great. You were killing. And then you put the guitar away and tried to go back to material and started bombing right over again. It was like the guitar part never happened. Like no goodwill carried over.
Like riding high. They thought it was so good, and then they were like,
"Dude,
yeah." It was like I was a different comedian. It was like as I was putting the guitar down, I was like, "Are you guys ready to see Randy and Mr. Lane?"
Yeah.
And then just
it'd be like you put the guitar down, and me and Jack both go back on stage and just be like, "So, anyways, yeah." Dude, it was
hard.
That was a rough one.
I love it. You used to do a lot more of the guitar stuff. Do you still do music in your comedy?
I do when I do youth shows. I'll bring a guitar, and honestly, it is a thing where if the show's not going well, it's an easy like reset.
Sure.
So I can kind of feel it out if things are kind of lulling. I'm like, oh, I got to get these people back. I'll switch the guitar, do a few songs, and it
I would assume the guitar is a fabulous reset, but what was crazy about that, why I remember it, is because it didn't reset it really. Like it worked while you did it, and then it was right back to hate. Yeah,
you got to close. You got to close.
I don't know, Colby. I'm sure that this isn't the order that you had anticipated, but since we're talking about guitars, do you happen to have any kind of clips of Jaron with a guitar by chance? Would that be a good transition? Maybe we could bring that up first, if that's okay with.
That was Jaron Myers. Take it away, Jaron.
All right, wait, hold on. Give me some context here. Wow, is that a sock beanie? Wow,
it's the guy that invited himself to the party. Let's listen to him.
So this is the Mystery Hour, Springfield's late night show. It's at the Galois, this is the same theater I filmed my special at.
Oh God, what a turnaround for you.
So the Mystery Hour is actually really cool. They do a lot of good stuff. And so you'll see the video production is really good. He invited me on as the musical guest, didn't tell them I was going to do a funny song. So they just brought me on as like the musical guest. And I went through like a beanie phase. That was super weird. So other than that, I don't have much more context. Did you change my name to Jason?
What year is this?
This would be 2014.
2014. You look
so
like
this is okay. Like, so the way my comedy career starts is I wrote these dumb songs for my talent shows, right, at college, and then when I flunked out of college, I started doing the funny songs around places, not thinking it was going to lead to a career. So this is, I think, February, right after I dropped out of college in December. So this is like 2 months after I've dropped out of college. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. And he invited me on this show. And so I did my funny song. And this clip is kind of what got me booked a lot of places. So anyway.
That's great.
Yeah, let's hit it.
All right, we have a great musical guest, and his name is Jaron Myers. Take it away, Jaron.
Pretty good so far.
I love you, babe. I copied your post and got it framed. It's hanging on my bedroom wall. And I'm not ashamed, but you're 43 and I'm 19, just a number after all.
Pause it.
She picked me.
Don't pause it here. Don't pause.
You look like Ryan Reynolds in the first half of Just Friends.
Bro, okay.
Colby, give him
this is
something for
true-
the soundboard for that one. He deserves it.
Speaking of, okay. Speaking of, this is a true fact. That was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up because like that came out in 2005. All right. First of all, I loved that movie because I had this massive crush on Alex Garrett. Okay. And I had this crush on her for like 4 years. She best friended me. Right.
Tag her in the comments.
Tag her in the comments.
You might tag her in the comments.
So when that year, 2014, 2015, I rewatched Just Friends and I realized that I was fatter than Ryan Reynolds in the fat suit. And it was straight up. I looked at the t-shirt. I looked at the scene where he like puts the t-shirt on. He's like, it's a little snug. It's one of my favorite movies. I could quote every line to you. It's my favorite comedy movie. And he goes, it's a little snug. And I saw the t-shirt and I went, yeah, that would look worse on me.
You had to go buy an extra large guitar strap. Is that the point where you were like, I need to make a change?
I did.
Yeah.
There's only one kind of guitar strap that'll fit. Yeah, that's super. And my grandma made that beanie. That's crochet. That is a crochet beanie.
Oh man, did she hate you? What? Actually,
also, I didn't do anything with my hair back then. Well, I don't know what I was doing. It looks like the hair is part of the beanie. It looks like I'm bald and has part of the beanie.
Like your grandmother crocheted hair to it as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what that looks like.
She took like your hair and crocheted it. Is what it looks like.
Oh man!
All right, Colby wants to keep going.
I fixed it.
Okay.
Oh man.
You're 43 and I'm 19, just a number after all. She picked me out of all the other emails.
Fortune Feister.
Dempster plays guitar. That's good. Good one, Michael.
I'm more excited for forever. Just me and her and her daughter. She didn't mention in her ad when I found my girl on Craigslist.
Dude, that's the cool thing about this though, is like you're just starting out and you're getting the same laughs here that you do on your special 6 years later.
Oh man, yeah. If this guy had showed up to that blind date, that special would have been a lot shorter.
Oh, Colby, give him some Brazil.
Oh my gosh.
Just Reagan, would you like to join me on stage for dinner? And she's like, what?
Like, are you going to eat both of these plates?
Oh,
no.
Keep it going, please.
I like your courage. You use your real email, even though you might get spam. Said you're a working girl. Well, that's good because I don't have a real job. I'm just a music man. She picked me.
I'm just a music man.
That was the Galois audience.
Oh,
that's cool. He should have said that it was going to be a funny song. I mean, you're getting some laughs, but he really could have set you up for success a little better than
that's
well, he didn't know. That's also the thing. He didn't know. But I it's halfway through the song and I'm already getting kind of sweaty. Like you can see me starting to drip a little bit. So
the producer of Happy Hours, what is it called? Happy Days? Mystery Hour?
It's called Happy Hour. Yeah.
The producer of Mystery Hour was me. Just not going to let him know. Don't tell him. Fancy Grandma Beanie. That's the name of Jaron's new special. You can find it on Hulu Prime.
That was actually that was my indie album, was Fancy Grandma Beanie.
So did you really, I think we remember, did you ever take music kind of seriously? Did you ever like really think you were going to be a music man?
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting set up right now, but go ahead.
So no, I did. So when I dropped out of college, January, I did like an actual album. Like I did serious songs. It's called Yellow Choices. We don't have to get into why. And then
I'm just saying, you shouldn't have said the title of the album with Colby listening because he's an assassin. But go ahead, please continue.
You also shouldn't have said we're not going to get into it because now my mind is just running for why Yellow Choices is
here's the thing.
problematic.
Here's the thing. Okay, look at this man. Look at this man right here, the one with the beanie and this sweater. Okay, this man is terribly insecure. And is definitely doing the indie acoustic guitar thing. All right. When I was in college, I did a solo indie act called Seeking Jonah. We don't have to worry about that. Okay. Stupid. So
wait, Seeking Jonah?
No. So Yellow Choices, I should not have said that. Gosh dang it. So anyway.
Seeking Jonah, and there's the whale.
No. Oh, God. We found him. Golly,
from
guys.
the whales.
Anyway,
it's just songs written from the whale's point of view about trying to find Jonah.
He's like,
I'm about to buy it.
Oh, oh man.
Jaron's gonna get 2 cents from Spotify next month, and he's gonna be like, "What? Oh
man.
No."
Is that Colby? If that song's still out there, please don't do this. So
no,
Yellow Choices we can listen to. Yellow Choices I'm proud of. I'm actually like the music's pretty good. So I tried to make it as a musician. I was worship leader, and then people just wanted more of the funny songs, so I just kind of did more of that. It wasn't until it was probably November of 2014. Was it? Yeah, it had to be November of 2014 whenever I like actually committed to being a comedian. So this was like a span of 10 months where I'm like, maybe I'll do music or just work at Subway forever. I don't like that Ryan's smiling this much. I don't like that.
Did you work at Subway because you said you had the same body as Jared before he started eating Subway?
Yeah, I was like, that's a guy I can get behind. That's my role model, if anything. That's my hero. That is someone I look up to, not just in weight loss, but in personal life.
Honestly, Jaron,
I hope your story ends the same as his too.
Jared, it's a glow up. Look at the difference 6 years makes. You know, look
what
at
a glow up. Yeah, exactly. Of course.
You fought Jared and you won. You know what? You took over.
I fought my inner Jared. That's what happened.
Yeah. Jared Myers would not have been nearly as successful. No.
That's true.
No, Jared Myers is
so
true.
Yes, there are serious songs out there. I'm proud of them. Not the Seeking Jonah thing. I'm not proud of that, but I am proud of the rest of it. So it's all right.
Guys, if anybody does buy Seeking Jonah, please send it to me in an email. You can email on iTunes. Also, hey, while you're watching, please click follow and like and do all that stuff. And
follow them. I'll talk because it's all my fans who are watching. So
I went to high school with Alex. I'll have you know. But what I will say, Jaron, is he's never watched this podcast until you were on. So
that's it.
Hit it.
That's
me out of all the other emails she received. She opened mine. Now we're together. I'm more excited for forever. Just me and her daughter. She didn't mention in her ad. I know she's the one, 'cause she loves the outdoors. She loves to travel to see her family in Singapore. She's fun and outgoing, easy on the eyes. I know she's attractive, 'cause Craigslist never lies.
Alex, I love you.
Oh, pause. Hold on. I don't know if you can see. I am wearing stolen bowling shoes. I don't know if you can see that, but those are like the red and blue. Like I just walked out of a bowling alley. I thought that was a fun, cool thing as well. Anyway.
Did that mean you just left your shoes at the bowling alley? Don't you have to turn them in? I don't want
I just walked out. I walked out with both pairs of shoes.
That's
I had at some point I had like 3 or 4 pairs of bowling shoes. I thought that was a super cool thing.
What'd you do? You seem like this guy right here, this guy in the beanie, sweating in a sweater and jeans,
sweating during like a 2-minute song.
Yeah.
Like it's not even, I couldn't even wait 2 minutes.
This is in July, and you're just like, I need to bundle up. We can't let this get. We got to keep this in. I don't care if I have to sweat. I can see you being like, you were the first kid that went to Avatar 3D, and we're like, I'm keeping the glasses. These are going to be mine.
Yeah. I was like, these are cool. These are kind of stylish.
These are cool.
Quirky, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna do little songs about Craigslist, and I'm gonna have the glasses and the bowling shoes.
When I would go to the Christian concerts where they give you a little wristband, you wouldn't take it off for like 3 weeks. You know, you still wear it, and you're like,
because it was the only fun thing you were allowed to do.
I like that the early versions of your pranks were just stealing shoes from bowling alleys.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta see where the social line is. You know?
Yeah,
that's a good start.
All right, play this clip.
It might be awkward because your daughter graduated before me, and I might become her dad.
Looks like a honey glazed ham.
But love is about making sacrifices. I'm okay with that.
Ew.
She picked me.
You took the ew right out of my mouth. Oh my God!
No, don't back down.
Yeah, let's hear that one more time just to be safe.
I don't want to.
About making sacrifices. I'm okay with that.
Colby, I'd like to add and I'm okay with that to the sound.
100%.
Oh, I like it. All right.
God,
That's wonderful.
Oh,
Jaron, you look like you're sweating now.
I'm sweating. I really am. I'm like warm.
What's up, Lori? Good to see you. Finish this out. Finish him.
She picked me out of all the other emails she received. She opened mine. Now we're together. I'm more excited for forever. Just me and her daughter. But she didn't mention in her ad when I found my girl on Craigslist.
Ooh. No note at the end. Just
Funny.
That was funny.
wait.
That song made me feel bad about the comedy we provided the rest of the show.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
You know?
Very cool.
Okay, so that was a fun show, guys. Thanks for having me. I'll, you know.
I mean, you can leave, but that's not going to stop us from watching the rest of the clips.
Here's the thing. This is a clip that I'm not even embarrassed of. Like, I sent you clips that I am embarrassed of, and I am already like.
My grandma, my mom have gone full grandma mode lately because my cousin.
Oh my
just had
God!
a baby.
This is it.
I don't know
this
if
is
you
the
put
DVD.
like women around.
Oh my God! I haven't seen this in so long. This feels like
we're
hanging
the
out.
last time we did this, yeah.
God, dude, that shirt oh man, you look like you're.
I look like I was like a Baptist pastor who was just really about to hit that second point in his message.
It sounded like Steven was about to make a joke, but he lost faith in it. What were you about to say, Steven?
No. I didn't lose faith in it. I recognized the audience. I love that you edited it. God, dude, I love that. You look like you went back for the second cracker. You know, you didn't even need to do communion again. You were just like hiding it.
Oh man, I'm gonna be honest. I see some of these clips. Like I watched that last one and I go, oh man. Like sometimes I forget. And people in Kansas City, you all didn't know me when I was this because I didn't live in Kansas City then. So I joke about my weight loss, and I talk about it a lot because look at that. I'm real proud of that. All right, but I talk about it, and you all are like, "Yeah, but you're still fat, Jaron." So
I never say that to you, Jaron.
Anyway, I appreciate. I know you've said it about me, but I know. Thank you for never saying it to me.
Never to.
And no, but like, yeah, I watched that last clip, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you just lie to yourself, you know?
Dude,
anyway.
That's the thing that I'm the most thankful of is like doing this podcast. That one, I started stand up after I had lost weight, so there's not a ton of video of me when I was fat, and there's nothing like super cringy. But you know, that's just it's
So,
one of the things that I'm jealous of.
We filmed this in March of 2015. In April, a few weeks after this, actually, this girl is in this audience. I've been trying to date this one girl for like a year and a half at this point. And in April, a few weeks after we filmed this, I asked why she didn't want to date me, and she said, "It's because I'm not attracted to you." And she didn't mean like, you know, that I just wasn't attractive, but I mean, honestly, fair. But what she meant was you drink like 3 Mountain Dews a day and you eat nothing but garbage. So anyway, this was 3 weeks before I started to lose weight.
Yeah. You look like you go to Chick-fil-A and order the bun.
What?
Can I get the bun with some Chick-fil-A sauce?
Because I know okay, I'll call myself out. That joke stunk, but I just remember you told me once that you lost weight by like taking out carbs. So I just assumed back then it was just carbs.
That's what. Yes,
the bun.
I got what you meant.
I was with you. Yeah.
But I also pictured just me, just bun, nothing else, just bun and Chick-fil-A sauce.
You go to the grocery store and you buy a bag of hamburger buns and just eat them out of the bag on like a park bench. Yeah, that's
bro.
What this looks
Okay,
like.
Sad story. That at that time of my life, Fazoli's, you know, the popular Italian restaurant chain, sold a dozen.
Pizza Hut meets Olive Garden. Yeah, I remember.
Yes, yeah. A dozen breadsticks for $2.99, and I would straight up eat a dozen bread. I would just go through the drive-through and eat a dozen breadsticks.
Yeah, that's where you get good Italian food, a place that has a drive-through.
Yeah, and I would go up and I'd be like, "Hey, give me the breadsticks," and they were like, "It's like some high schooler who goes to Glendale High School," and she's like, "Okay." That was Ryan got that one. That was a Springfield joke, and
that was
Ryan
a Springfield reference. I got it.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
fun.
Let's get
like roll a clip.
Cousin just had a baby. I don't know if you put like women around babies, what happens is that they turn into weird people. Because that's true, that's right. My mom's talking to the baby in the living room one day, and I'm hearing some really terrifying things happening. It's like, "You're just so cute, I want to eat you up." She was going to cut you into little pieces. Want to squeeze you so hard you can't breathe. Coochie, coochie, coo.
You talking about the mom or that
That's
shirt?
messed up.
This shirt's squeezing him so hard he can't breathe.
Thanks for explaining the joke, Ryan. That was fun. I don't like this. My face is so tight. Because I've done this bit in the last time I did this bit, I think it was my special. I did it in my recent one, but I'm better at it anyway.
The good thing is we haven't really made fun of any of your material in this entire episode,
which is great. I mean, guys, I'm very funny.
We don't really have to.
I know
there's a bigger bowl of mashed potatoes on the table.
And
we don't have to.
We don't want to body shame anybody. Wherever you are, be who you are. But also, we know that Jaron's insecure about this, and our job is not to give a shit about body shaming, or it's about hurting our guest in the nicest way possible.
Yeah. Welcome to Set to Destroy. The theme is bullying. Continue the clip, please.
Like if I said that to somebody. "Hey, John, I just want to eat you up. I want to cut you into little pieces. I want to squeeze you so hard you can't breathe. Coochie, coochie, coo."
It's this for me. What's up?
It's the walking back. Like all you did was you might as well just dropped the microphone.
Wow. Is this at a church? It's got to be at a church.
Dude,
how old are you?
Yeah, that is a church. What's that?
How old are you here?
I just turned 20.
God.
So, or I guess actually I just turned 21. I just turned 21.
And how long had you been doing comedy at the time of recording this?
The time of recording this? Okay, so I had decided to do comedy full-time in November, and this is the following March. So, a couple months.
So 4 months.
Yeah. But Ryan, you've been doing it for how long?
4 months, and you were like, you know what? I better preserve this forever.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, Ryan. How long you been doing it?
Dude, don't turn this around on me.
No.
You're not still doing the coochie coo bit 6 years later.
No, I want to know how long you've been doing it, Ryan.
And it's not as good now because you're not as creepy looking.
Ryan's been doing it about 6 years.
This is me doing it 4 months with a room of 250 people. And I was the only event, so
listen, I wish I could do a show where there was one person for every pound that I weighed, but
I knew you were doing it.
I knew it when you could see it coming.
As soon as you had one person, I went, I can't.
Jaron, I just watched you be like Sherlock, Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock, where you can see the move coming, but then you also couldn't stop it from
happening. Well, what's unfortunate is that I would still need 100 more people. I was 368. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Well,
what a good time.
Hey, listen.
But hey, listen, these are my moves. I was like this, and also
I feel like your body designed your hoodie that you have now.
Yeah. I'm sweaty. Okay, go ahead.
Tell you what, John's out after that one. He's like, nah, I don't need to know that guy. I'm done. That's terrifying. My mom doesn't stop there though, because my mom, like, when she gets into her baby talk mode, she does it to everybody. Right? And I don't live with my parents anymore, so when I go home, it's like a big deal. My mom wants me to go everywhere, right? She's like, hey, I'm gonna go pick up your brother from the school. Come ride with me. I'm gonna go down to the mailbox. You wanna come hang out? It's 15 feet, Mom. No, don't wanna do that. I went to the store with her one day. We're walking in the store. We live in a small town, so there's obviously people we know there. We're walking past the bananas, and she goes, does Pookie Bear want some nanners? I'm a grown man. Those are bananas. Does Pookie Bear want some nanners? Mom, please, there's people here. They know us, please. I'm asking politely. Does Pookie Bear want some nanners? Mom, please, one more time. I'm gonna snap, I'm telling you. Does Pookie Bear want some, Mom, that's enough! Yes, Pookie Bear wants some nanners!
That's a big finish. That's a big finish right there, I'll tell you what.
Keep it going for Ralphie. May be funny, everybody. Keep it going.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of setups with no punchline. Oh,
there's 250 people in that room, and you just got an applause break from 4 people.
The punchline is you being big and going, yes. That's
100% what it is. That is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I love it.
I'm so uncomfortable. I'm glad we're doing this.
Guys, if you have any other roast, now is your perfect time to get them out. Are we watching film of when Jaron used to be hot? Yeah, this is all.
Yeah, look at how hot he was. Look at how much he's sweating. Of course he was hot.
The lights were in there. If you missed part of this, you can always go back. We post these the next day. Follow along, like, and we'll post them this week.
I know Lori just popped in. Jaron, my mom watches this every week.
Your mom
watches my mom.
Every week?
Yeah. She's my biggest fan too. You and me, Pookie Bear.
Okay.
We're just a couple of Pookie Bears.
Do we have one more?
I didn't know what I was doing. I had one girlfriend when I was younger, and I gotta tell you, Brooke Merritt. Oh,
this is
Brooke
a long
Merritt.
one.
She was beautiful. 6th grade, so you know it's real. All right. She was the prettiest girl in my school, right? She had like this brown.
What are you saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. My head is just like I'm like looking down at him. I'm like, yeah.
You look like you're walking over a bunch of like a skyline right now. That's the posture that you have.
Like, I'm like, can we Photoshop a skyline underneath me? Just like
you are walking around like a dinosaur, like you have no like. It's like a wet marshmallow. I'm just laughing about him going to the store with his mom. Relatable. Oh God.
Oh, really Lori loves your material. Come on, Lori. Show us.
Thanks, Lori.
Lori.
Hey, thank you for your support. I love you too, Lori.
I desperately
was the prettiest girl in my school, right? She had like this brown, like lightly reddish hair, freckles on her face. The sun would shine down and angels would sing.
Jared from Subway.
Her last name was Meredith and mine's Myers. So like when the teacher would threaten to put us in alphabetical order, I was like, do it, I dare you. Hey, Brooke. We were adorable together, cutest couple in the grade. The only problem with our relationship is that Brooke didn't know she was my girlfriend. Which made for some awkward situations. And we had a thing called field day. Y'all know what field day is? Absolutely.
Y'all heard about
this? So what it is if you...
Y'all seen field day? Y'all heard about field day? Huh?
Natalia, you don't need to say hi to my mom.
Day? You know
Natalia,
that thing that oh man, field day? No, whatever. I hate watching clips of myself not telling jokes.
Yeah.
I hate watching clips of myself not telling jokes while acting like I'm telling jokes. It's so rough. Like
you do have
this is the punchline.
You do have the confidence. You do have the unearned confidence of someone who's talented in these clips. That's for sure.
You have joke cadence, but not joke structure. There's just like
100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which we could teach a class on that.
Absolutely. Okay, so what it is if you don't know, it's where they take us outside and they have little stations. You go and throw a softball as far as you can, or like run in circles and hand the Pringles can to each other, or whatever that thing is called. And so it's a bunch of opportunities to completely embarrass myself, essentially. So I had this plan. I was like, I'm going to let Brooke get in line. I'll let a few other people get in line, and then I'll get in that line. Like, kind of following her in a creepy way, but 100% following her in a creepy way. And this worked for a few times, and finally, like the 3rd time, she turns around and she looks at me.
This whole story is so
sang. And she looks me dead in the eye and she says, are you following me or what? Now I could have played this off real smooth. I could have been like, oh, girl, what's your name?
Hey, pause this. I just remembered something. I told this story at a camp once. Oh man, I'm embarrassed of this. I hate who I used to be. I told this story at a camp once, and I wasn't doing comedy. I was speaking at the camp, and I remember. I don't even want to say this anymore. I'll say it. I'll make fun of myself. I did this story where I said, "Are you following me or what?" And then I said, and later in the message, I said, and Jesus turned around and said, "Are you following me or what?" And wow, that's a real thing I said at a camp. I'm so mad at myself. Oh man.
Was there an altar call after? Did it work?
Dude,
I'm so
hot
That's
remembering
awesome.
that story.
Oh my God. Can I?
That's the best thing I've ever heard. So you told that story, and then you wrapped it around about Jesus, and Jesus was like, "Are you following me or what?"
And Jesus was like, "Are you following me or what?" You know. And I thought I did something. I'll tell you what.
Oh my goodness. Myers 316. My goodness, that is
golly.
Are you following me or what?
Look at this still frame right here. This still frame is great.
Says it all. Yeah. I just imagine Jaron as a 6th grader looks exactly like 20-year-old Jaron.
Hey, Brooke.
Yeah.
Oh, Okay,
man.
all right. Let's just.
Jaron looks like Larry Joe Campbell from According to Jim.
Nah,
Where am I?
Why'd you do that?
Colby's fantastic. Colby's very good.
Oh my God! Yes,
Dude.
yes. That's like the
Can you
walk-off
imagine
home run I
just
watched
feeling like
today.
somebody's following you and you turn around and it's just
Larry Joe Campbell from According to Jim. Hey,
Dude.
Brooke.
Oh, it's the button all the way down. Oh my God!
Oh,
That's great.
That's wonderful.
Thank you
Good
so
one. I
much.
forget who said that, but that was
That was
great.
Alex. That was Alex. Thank you
Good
so
one,
much.
Alex. Yeah, that was perfect.
what a fun time we're all having. Golly.
Girl, what's your name? Your mama lets you date? I'll push you in my top 3. What I didn't said was,
Pookie Bear wants some nanners.
no! Me? No! And then I ran as far and as fast as I could. And I don't like to be
Now,
dramatic
this is
about
where the
things,
bit
but the
gets good.
truth
This
is
is where
that
the bit gets good here. So go
All
ahead.
right. Well, in that case, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Before I know that it's all the way up. What I'm thinking is, if it was all the way down, it would be a spot on. It would be a spot.
I don't know how
there.
to send this to Colby. Let me see if I can find my
give
while
it to him.
while
So-
we're here.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's on a bathroom break for his own podcast. He really takes.
I
this
know.
serious.
Well, I'm thinking while we're here, because pull back that Colby have that picture of whatever his name is ready. Let me
Larry
see if I
Joe
can
Campbell.
find one of my senior pictures from high school, because this is how I used to wear my shirts.
So Jaron, can I ask you something? We have found video that I did doing announcements for youth ministry. Me doing announcements back when I was like 330. And it's pretty horrific. And I think that means that we're going to have to do me soon.
I would love to do that.
And this has been one of the meaner episodes, especially body wise. Would you like to be back for whenever we do that?
I would love
one?
to come back and shame you. That would be wonderful.
I feel like you've earned it after this one. This one's been a bit of a. This one's been a bit of
Did
a.
you hear Colby
rotisserie
laugh
chicken.
because I just sent him a picture?
Lone Cat, what's up, Lone Cat?
Did you hear?
If you're tuning in, thank you so much. Brian's going to be back. We've got a couple more clips of Jaron that we're going to get through.
Oh man,
God, this has been fun.
I'm trying to find how I.
Oh my Christ! Oh my God! Sweet Nazareth! No way! That is not real. That is not real. Is that?
Oh my God.
Dude, your shirt looks like it's mad to be on your body. Your shirt looks angry. Your shirt
It looks like the
miserable.
shirt is trying to get away.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
how do your sleeves go that far down? Or how do they go that far up? What happens? It looks like
This is how I dressed for a long time. I only wore button-up shirts. I'm trying to find more. I'm crying. I saw that picture and I was like, jeez.
Oh man. Talk about things I learned last night. My goodness.
Oh, okay.
The name of his show used to be Everything I Ate Last Night.
Okay, guys. That dish is called the Dirty Donkey, by the way. It was
Ooh,
in
the Dirty Donkey.
Louisiana. It's in Franklin, Louisiana.
God, dude,
That's
nobody
awesome.
in Franklin, Louisiana has ate that except for Larry Joe Campbell.
Golly.
His picture's on the wall along with they put Jaron's picture. They thought it was him. It's like, yeah, he finished the whole thing in less than an hour.
Oh
my
man.
God.
Yeah,
And
I
you know
knew I had a picture where my shirt was unbuttoned like that. So there we go. That's
that that drink in front of you is just a Coca-Cola, just a regular. You're just pounding them too. And she's
100%.
She's like, "Do you want another one?" And you're like, "Yeah."
And
yeah.
I was confused why this girl wouldn't date me. I was like, "Why is this girl? What are you talking about?" Like,
Babe, I have piercing blue eyes. What do you mean?
It's because I went to Mexican restaurants and was like, okay, there's a thing on this menu called the Dirty Donkey, and I sure would like to put my body through that. That is.
Hey, Jaron, what would you consider your diet at this time? Oh, just mostly like challenges. I think challenges and contests. Mainly what I'm taking on here.
I'm watching Man vs. Food, and I was like, that's a Tuesday night.
Hey, Natalia's not lying. That's right. Those red plastic cups.
Yeah.
Those are the only way that you can drink. You should be able to drink any soda. That's the best.
Whether it's soda or water, those are the best. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's get back to Larry Joe
Campbell. This is the same green shirt that I'm wearing in that special. That picture, that was the same. That's the same shirt. It looks different because of the lighting. But I had 3 shirts. I had 3 shirts that I rotated between.
Yeah.
Those were the only ones that had Velcro.
Just the weakest collar I've ever seen on a shirt. That collar is so close to giving up.
I'm so glad you lost weight. You seem so much happier. Also, yes.
All right, keep going with the clip. I'm annoyed.
Yes.
Ripped my heart out that day. And ever since then, I've been on a journey to answer one question of what is love.
Oh, no. I forgot about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a fun one to do, though. And I just let it go. Wiping that sweat, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
Hot.
Colby's laughing at you, and we haven't even said anything. Like he's just laughing at you.
Oh no. This kills the Buford though.
Do you remember a few minutes ago when Jaron was like, "How long have you been doing comedy?" Yeah. No, you're right, Jaron. I have a lot to be ashamed of.
You would have been a great drag queen.
Still can.
Oh man, it was only funny because I was a big guy.
I do not remember this at all. Oh my god. That's how you lost all that weight. You had all these actors.
This bit.
Yeah, you're burning a lot of calories up there, pal.
So that's really high. It's hot in here. Been dancing, and we'll try to get it in a second. Keep clapping. It's fine. It's good. So that's really high. It's hot in here. Been dancing, and hold on. We'll try to get it in a second.
Wow, that's a funny bit.
It's fine. It's good.
Oh, and it's looping the.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, hot dog on the back of my neck.
So Brooke ripped my heart out that day.
What?
JM.
What?
Oh man, dude, Jack Merriwell used to look terrible. Can I just tell you, I've been trying to think of something like the initials JM, like something mean I could say this whole time, and I never thought of anything because I stink. Oh man.
You know what? Yeah, I do hate. Here's the deal. You're leaving us hanging. You're teasing us with comedy. You're giving us almost
punchlines. Almost
punchlines. But it is still frustrating that you're 20 years old here and like doing, I hate how confident you are for how, like Ryan said, how unearned it is. But it carries you through. And that's the same way, I'm glad that it's worked out for you. I'm glad that you've changed things around. But God, I love making fun of this guy. Making fun of this guy is just, he's a treat.
Yeah, I learned how to write some jokes. And you're asking like why I wanted to film it. It was because, every church that I would try to get a show at I didn't do open mics and stuff. We actually met at my first ever open mic, Ryan, was at Hertz Donut. Why is he still framing these?
It's
that
was
Hertz
Donut. Of course,
mic.
that was the only open mic you showed up to.
That was the first open mic I ever went to. We
met at that, didn't we? I forgot about that.
Yeah. So that was so you were my first comedy friend. So I'm glad that, thanks.
Wow.
And then, because I didn't consider myself a comedian. I knew I was a church comedian,
Yeah, no, I know.
So, but every church wanted like footage, so I had to film something to get any kind of shows.
Yeah, and at least
I had to have something to. Yeah, I had to send a clip to a youth pastor to be like, look,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, nobody's going to sit here and say you're bad at marketing. We're just talking about comedy.
This is, at that time, I think it's fun to see you have like a lot of these visions and stuff, and it's cool to see like a young kid execute those. But it's also, you can tell that it's a young kid executing them, where it's like, come on, this could have had so much. Like you had so much here. And, you're just 4 months in trying to figure it out. So
if I had that now, for sure, it'd be something else.
A sure medium.
I know. Sometimes Spencer hits, and sometimes he just doesn't.
Dude,
Spencer's very good on this show, but that was it's okay, Spencer. We're not
Alex so far has the winning. A wet marshmallow is fun. I think Alex is still the winner so far with Larry J.
Alex
Cable.
is going to replace me as the host on this show. That's how
good
that.
You know what?
That's funny.
You know what we might do? We might start sending out. We need to make stickers and send them out to the best roast comment of the week, the ones that we like. It'd be fun. I think that would be good. Do we have any other clips? Are we good? Are all hearts and minds clear?
We've got more stuff.
Colby,
Jaron,
maybe pick one more. Like if you've got more. If you've got
a short one, yeah.
We'll just watch a little bit.
Okay.
Colby.
He knows what Colby's very good.
It's just a turn around. It's like you're always stuck in second gear.
Can I give him context or just rolling?
I've seen better days.
What could the context be?
Is this the rehearsal for the blind date?
So this is my senior year of high school. I did drama, and this is a thing called storytelling, where the rules are you can't leave the chair, right? And you have to tell a children's story from memory. So you have to do it as if you're telling it to kids. So it has to be dramatic, and you have to read the story, So this is my storytelling competition. I did this at like competitions.
But this one, specifically this one?
Yes, this is the one I did all of senior year.
What is the children's story that you're doing?
Franklin had a bad day, like Franklin the turtle, So it is the story is Franklin had a bad day. I included this because I wanted you to.
Franklin's having a real bad day. Just being silly and acting like you're talking to children. Did that prepare you for doing stand-up?
Yeah, great. Well, okay, but so this is like I included this because I did drama in high school, and I think that because I did this is why I do stand-up now. Anyway.
Wow.
It makes more sense later.
We've all had that. Even turtles. What's wrong with Franklin? Is his shell cracked? Is there a rock in his shoe? Turtles may be green. They can sure be blue. We'll find out what's wrong with Franklin. In Franklin's Bad Day by Paulette Bourgeois and Brenda Clark. Franklin loved to play outside during the winter. And he loved to make snow angels and go ice skating and catch snowflakes on his tongue. But today was different. Franklin was having a very bad day. It started in the morning. He woke up and when he went to the kitchen, his father teased him, "Well, that's a grouchy face." "Yep,
You're just doing all this is.
Franklin's mother
This
made
is
breakfast.
HI, but seated.
He sat
Seems like a Russian
Yeah,
children's story.
yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's basically HI, but the rules are you can't leave the chair, your butt can't leave the chair, and you have to have like a character for every, you got to have distinct characters and stuff. And the thing that's different is that you're also the narrator, so you're doing the narration and stuff. So
wow.
I got second at state for this. So
You hear that, Missouri? You don't have to aim
That's right.
high. You just got to aim small, losers. You can do it too.
Aim small, comma, losers would be a great title for a thing too.
yeah,
Stop
that's
it.
Steven's audio album.
Dude, I hope that the
Aim
person that
small.
plays the Chick-fil-A rap music for the kids ministry accidentally clicks this next time. It's like we're gonna work on our search engine optimization to get to the top of the YouTube queue.
This is actually pretty good. I think you got worse after this.
I'm doing downhill from storytelling.
Bring this back.
looking out the window as the heavy gray clouds rolled by. It's even a bad day outside! For the rest of the morning, nothing went right. Franklin spilled his juice and broke his favorite cup. He couldn't find any of his marbles, and the last puzzle piece was missing. He went to the house, stomping his feet and slamming doors. "Franklin, dear, you seem very upset. Are you sure you're all right?" "I'm fine!" Just then there was a knock at the door. Do, do, do. It was Bear.
Look at the character,
So Franklin went to
guys.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You are doing great. This is just so.
You really
I don't know if you
thrive.
can see.
You really
I don't
thrive
know
while
if you can see
sitting
this
down.
picture. I am wearing a black T-shirt underneath this black button-up, and that black button-up is unbuttoned to the chest, like the other picture we showed earlier.
But this is oh, that's embarrassing. That's like a guy that won't get into the pool. Gotta have the black T-shirt on under the black button down. I can't let people see this. This feels like you're being held hostage. I think is the problem with. I think the setting is like an ISIS propaganda video. Like it looks like you're being made to do this. Like this is gonna show up on Twitter somewhere.
Jaron's about to be like, America is engaging in illegal war.
Like, I've got to do these characters to try to get out of it and be like, I'm fine, guys. This is oh my God.
ISIS kidnaps people and is like, you have to do an improv scene really well.
With distinct
or we're gonna
characters.
kill you. Yeah.
Or we're gonna behead you on camera.
We're gonna give you a children's book in
chair.
5 minutes, and you have to make it come alive.
You have to make it come alive.
And afterwards,
my
ISIS was like, you know what? Bless your heart. You're pretty good. All right, get out of here, bud.
Oh my gosh.
Keep it
wonderful.
I was wondering if perhaps you'd like to come outside and go sledding on my Sledmaster 3000.
Oh man, Brooke was crazy for not dating this boy.
Or perhaps go to the snowman. Does that sound fun to you, Franklin? I don't want to do anything. Franklin, dear. Fresh air with you, Marcy. Go on and play with Bear. Franklin grumbles. He put on his gloves and his jacket and headed outside with Bear. The two friends trudged through the snow on the path past Otter's house to the sledding hill. When they got to Otter's house, Bear turned to Franklin and said, "Oh, Franklin, wouldn't it be marvelous if Otter could join us today?" Franklin just gave Bear a confused look.
That's a long, confused look. That's a long.
So far,
confused look.
of every clip we've seen, you're killing harder in this clip than anything else.
For less people too. There's less people here, and you're crushing.
I'm
Dude,
more likely
Jaron,
to
when
believe
you
there's
do-
250 people in this audience than the last clip. That's for sure.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think I know the key to your success, and it's doing other people's material. I think that's what you got to
Oh my
start doing.
gosh.
You got to start doing. I think you got to
Have
start
you ever
doing
thought
what
of
other
doing
people
readings? Yeah. Oh man.
What is?
Colby. One shot, one kill.
I found this video on rotten.com.
Oh man.
Oh my God, I love you so much. He did die to rabbit possums. Oh my God, I can't believe you just put it so quickly. I love you so much. Final clip. We got to go to the final clip. I don't have any more of this. I can't take Franklin's bad day.
Go ahead,
Dude, like my face hurts from smiling so much. This is so funny.
Dude, it's every week. Every week we do this, and we're like, we're gonna go an hour, but they end up being so much fun that it's like,
yeah.
I mean, the last one's just a
that all we
Chick-fil-A
had?
video.
No, we can't do the Chick-fil-A video.
Whatever.
That one.
We can't end on a high. We can't end on like a hey, here's something good Jaron did.
Don't challenge me, okay? Don't.
Hey guys, stick around for after this podcast. Actually, next week on the podcast, Randy and Mr. Leahy are going to be on here. So if you guys want to come,
we're going to advertise Randy and Mr. Leahy, but it's going to be Jaron again.
There it is.
Yeah,
Anyway.
We've got it. We've got a lot coming up. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I used to believe in God, but after watching this again, Spencer's back, baby. Spencer's back. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We're gonna have Max Fine, Nate Abshire, Derek Sheen in the next coming weeks. Jaron, thank you so much for doing this. When we do my episode, we'll have you back on. I promise. Thank you for being a good sport.
Dude, Jaron, I'll tell you when we're done. I'll tell you when we're done about what Steven's clips are. Dude, it'll be
it's the holy grail.
Jaron would make so many guests for that. Steven was in a youth group and everything.
I'm sweating thinking about it. I'm not looking forward to it. So please
Steven did sketch comedy for a youth group he was in. Yeah, dude.
And I played the sloth character in every one of them. It's bad.
Dude.
So you're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to catch this. Please follow along, like us. We'll be here every Sunday at 7. But until then, Jaron, you've got Things I Learned Last Night. Great podcast. You've been killing it on TikTok. You're on Amazon Prime. We all know, everybody that knows you, but why don't you tell everybody what you got, where to find you, and what to do?
Yeah, so at Jaron Myers down here. I hope I pointed the right spot down here.
Yeah. Perfect.
At Jaron Myers over here. I do a podcast called Things I Learned Last Night with my best friend. And I have 2 specials on Amazon Prime. And also I've got a serious album called Yellow Choices on Spotify that you can listen to. So there you go.
Yeah. Don't forget to look up Jaron Myers following Jonah, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Jaron, I haven't gotten to see you in a while. It was great seeing you. Great talking to you. Thanks.
Yeah, man, I've missed you, buddy.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Love you. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week. We'll see you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Jaron.
Have a good one. Have a good one.
Pretty good.
That's actually good music.